Use the Joker lap to your advantage. You only need to take it once. If you miss it, you'll get a time penalty. Use the Joker lap to your advantage. You only need to take it once. If you miss it, you'll get a time penalty.
Welcome all to the EIRXC round 4 in Germany. So this is the esports Indian Rallycross Championship that you're watching live. These were the two practice races that we have customary before all the races. And now we'll begin with the race number 1. This weekend we are racing in Estering, Germany, and the conditions are wet, and once again we'll have 5 races in this round of the EIRXC. The 5 drivers for today's grid are Vinam Jain in the white Peugeot, Rajesh Kankavlikar in the yellow Peugeot, Jasmeher Jubal running in the blue colored Peugeot, Arjun Rao driving the grey colored Peugeot 208 WRX, and Manu Puri running the Audi S1 EKS Quattro rallycross car. All of the cars are sporting Red Bull liveries, and this is a short track with only 0.95 kilometers of consisting the lap. The Joker delta here is pretty high because the Joker is very tight and very slow, and it is just before the finish line, so strategy will be critical, especially in this track. So let's see who comes out on top and who can get the best start. And in these tricky wet conditions, it's very difficult to have any sort of consistent lap times and also defend or attack for positions. So let's see how the drivers will fare. Currently Rajesh is leading the championship standings, and Manu Puri is in second position, Arjun is in third. So all the cars are set for the start of the round 4 of EIRXC, brought to you by B&D Motorsport, powered by Lionel Racing, Lipton Car Care Products, BG Products, Sim Solutions, AK Customs, Indian Motoring and Red Bull. Riding on board with Manu Puri for the start, and we'll go for the race number 1. And Manu Puri on the outside, will he be able to make the corner? Yes, he will. And Jasmeher running wide, but look who's in the lead, Rajesh and Vinam close behind. Manu trying to make a move on Vinam, and Rajesh in the lead, Vinam in second, Manu settling for third. As of now, Jasmeher close behind in fourth position. And a tap from Manu Puri, and that would be investigated by the stewards. I think Manu also lost a lot of time in that incident, but the gainer of all this mayhem in the lap number 1 is Rajesh, who has now a 2.4 second lead over Vinam Jain in second position. Arjun got a disconnection, that is unfortunate for him, and Jasmeher trying a audacious move on the inside and coming off worse against Vinam. But Vinam in second, and the gap to third position between Jasmeher is around 3 seconds, and Manu Puri having already taken the Joker lap, now will be trying to claw back another position by battling against Jasmeher. So 6 laps are there for all the drivers to battle out amongst themselves, and Jasmeher driving pretty neat and very close to the barriers. Manu Puri waiting for the right opportunity, and look, Jasmeher has gone Joker, that will put Manu back in third position. And Rajesh has extended his lead to 4.7 seconds. Oh, Venom had a contact with the barrier and he spun around. Does he have a puncture or has he gotten away with it? I think he is okay for now, but look, that has allowed Manupuri to close right up to Venom. And Venom has to take Joker lap also, and he does not have enough delta to come out in front of Manupuri, and maybe even Jasmeher also. Jasmeher also now in contention for a podium, and look, a mistake by Venom. That will lose him time, and that does not look good for Venom. And Rajesh has taken his Joker lap and he's comfortably in the lead. Venom is the sole driver who has still to take the Joker lap, so he's waiting for the last lap to take his Joker lap. And look, Manu just behind him, and so is Jasmeher. I think Manu and Jasmeher will be able to take the podium in this race, but let's see if Venom can pull something out of the hat. He's losing further time and further contact between the barrier and Venom. And look, oh wow, what a great move by Jasmeher. And Jasmeher comes home in. Wow, the squabble has allowed Venom to come out in second position and Manu in third and Jasmeher in fourth. Wow, the battle between Manupuri and Jasmeher lost both of them some time, and that allowed Venom to come out in second position. Arjun got a disconnection, and that was some feisty racing by all the drivers and under very tricky conditions. So Rajesh winning the race number 1, Venom Jain in second position, Manupuri in third, Jasmeher in fourth, and Arjun in technically a DNS. So that was a very exciting race. Let's see how the drivers will perform as the race weekend goes on. We have seen Manu growing into the race weekend and performing better in the upcoming races, especially the other rounds that we had. So Manu has always fought back. So that was the race number 1 at Estring, and we will be having 4 more races under these tricky wet conditions. And Rajesh winning the race number 1. Arjun has rejoined. Arjun driving the grey colored Peugeot. So Arjun having something what Carlos Sainz had today in the Formula 1 race, a DNS in the race number 1, but now all the cars are set for the race start, and we will be riding on board with Manupuri for the race start. Manu driving the sole Audi EKS Quattro, and that allows him to have a different advantage or disadvantage, because the other 4 drivers are driving identical cars. The setup is off, you can't change the car setup, so you have to drive as it is, and all the assists and aids are off for the drivers, and all set for the start of race number 2 in the EIRXC round 2. And here we begin, and Arjun with a great start. Arjun firmly in the lead, and look, Manu trying a move on the inside, but Arjun has went ahead and with a brilliant start, and Rajesh battling with Manupuri for third position, and Manu with the inside line. If he breaks in the right spot, he will be able to defend, but look, Rajesh trying a move on the inside, but now Manupuri has the inside on the next corner, and look, Rajesh will try a cut back, and Rajesh trying, and Manu closing the door, and Manu made a mistake maybe and went Joker, because he had a correction mid corner for the full situation, and Rajesh in second, Manupuri coming out in third even with the joker lap, so that went well for Manupuri. Vinam in fourth, Jasmeer in fifth, Rajesh trying to catch up with Arjun, and look, Manu has caught up with Rajesh already, and Manu has taken the joker also, so he has some advantage. And look, Arjun has won joker, so let's see where he will come out between Rajesh, Manu and Arjun. And Arjun again in the lead. Wow, that was some great racing. So all the cars were sideways and jostling for position in that first corner. So Rajesh in second position, he still has to take the joker lap. Arjun, having taken the joker lap, is now in first, and Manupuri is in second position, and Rajesh is basically protecting Arjun from the onslaught from Manu. But look, Arjun has started to pull away, and with Arjun going too sideways maybe for that first corner, Arjun with his flamboyant rally driving style, and Rajesh and Manu with a more cleaner approach, but it works for Arjun, and end of the day you need to be fast whichever way you want to go about it. And Arjun in lead, Rajesh in second, Manu in third. Wow, what a great battle for the top three position we have. And look, Rajesh makes a move on the inside for Arjun, and the contact between Arjun and Manupuri, and that has put Arjun back in third position. Will Jasmeer be able to take that also from him? I don't think so. I think Arjun will be able to defend that. This move will be investigated by the stewards. And Rajesh leading, but still to take the joker lap, and Manu is very close behind. And let's see who will come out on top, and Rajesh will be going joker in this lap. Jasmeer has taken the jump on Arjun, but Jasmeer still has to take the joker. But look, the gap between Jasmeer and Arjun is 3 seconds. So the battle we're looking at is for the lead between Rajesh and Manupuri. Who will win? And Rajesh goes joker, and it will be very tight between both drivers, and Rajesh wins, Manu second, and Arjun in third. No, Jasmeer in third. Wow, a great race by Jasmeer also. Arjun in fourth, Vinam in fifth. That was very close race. Only 1 second difference between the first and second driver. Rajesh winning again. And let's have a look at the lap times of all the drivers. So Rajesh with a 32.8 as his best lap, Manu with a 32.9. So Rajesh with the fastest lap also. That was a very, very close race, and Rajesh even with the joker winning in the last lap and maintaining position. And a big shout out to Jasmeer for getting on the podium in third position. A great race by Jasmeer. And the investigation by the stewards for the incident between Arjun and Rajesh and Manupuri, a verdict will be announced before the start of the next race. So that was the end of race number 2 of the EIRXC round 4, and the stewards have decided no further action required for the move between Arjun, Rajesh and Manupuri. So that's some exciting racing by all the drivers, some feisty moves,
Use the joker lap to your
some
advantage.
jostling
You
around
only
for
need to take it
position,
once. If you miss it, you'll get a time penalty.
and in these tricky wet conditions it's very difficult to keep control of your car. As I've mentioned before, that all the driver aids are turned off, all the drivers are running their custom sim setups, and there is no tuning allowed for the car setup. So we're all set for the race number 3 of the EIRXC. Rajesh has won the first and the second race. Let's see who will come out on top in the race number 3 at Estering, Germany. And here we go for the start, and great start by Venom and Rajesh on the inside. Arjun jostling again, and look, oh, Manu just avoiding all the contact and running away in the lead. And second is Arjun, third is Venom, fourth is Rajesh, fifth is Jasmeher. Manu has the lead now, and Arjun just right behind him, and Venom challenging Arjun for a move, and both of them running into the barrier and spinning, and that has allowed Venom to come up into second position. Very hard racing by both the drivers. Jasmeher dropping down a little, and look, riding on board with Arjun. Arjun challenging for second position, and Rajesh has gone for the counter strategy by going Joker in the first lap, and Venom defending, but Arjun trying to go on the outside, and look, Rajesh has closed up right behind these drivers, and a move and some problem for Arjun, and Arjun has also DNF from the race. So the battle is between the three drivers. Manupuri in the lead, Venom in second, and Rajesh in third. Jasmeher has also retired, and Rajesh catching up with Venom. Venom still has to take the Joker lap. So does Manu. But Manu has around 2-second gap between him and Rajesh, and a great move by Rajesh on the inside, and Venom trying to fight back, and fight back he does, and again he takes the position, but Rajesh now trying on the outside, slow in, fast out, and now the straight. Let's see who will outdrag whom. Both of these cars are identical and the same setup, but Rajesh now has the inside line, and Venom braking a little earlier, turning in too early I think, and then that puts him into a spin by a little contact with Rajesh. But Manu again with a 4-second lead now. So Manu in the prime position to win the race number 3. And let's see the battle, and look, Rajesh clawing back around half a second in the lap number 4, and the gap is ever decreasing. So let's see if Manu can have a clean Joker lap. Will he wait for the last lap, or will he go Joker in the penalty bait lap? No, he keeps on the main track, and let's ride on board with Manu for the last lap. And the stranded car of Jasmeher, it's a ghost car right now, so you won't be able to hit that car. And full flat out in the straight, and a hairpin right in the Audi S1 EKS Quattro. Switch back for the left and the right hander, and now we will go into the Joker lap. It's very tricky and very tight, especially a hairpin left and a kink right, and we ride on board for the finish, and Manupuri wins the race number 3. Rajesh comes home in second. Venom making the podium in third position. Jasmeher and Arjun having a DNF in the race number 3. So that was a great race by Manupuri and all the drivers, and the stewards have announced that no action required for any of the maneuvers by the driver. That was a good race, clean racing, and just some drivers pushing too hard, sometimes getting into the barrier or getting into positions where they are more prone to some contact, and these tricky conditions are for sure not helping any of the drivers. Manupuri wins the race number 3 at Esports Indian Rally Cross Championship round 4. The championship is brought to you by B&D Motorsport. It is powered by Lion Oil Racing, Glipton Car Care Products, Sim Solutions, BG Products, Indian Motoring, AK Customs and Red Bull. So now we are all getting ready for the race number 4. And just to announce to all the drivers also, the race number 5 will be held under heavy rain conditions, just to spice things up a little bit more.
Use the Joker lap to your advantage. You only need to take it once. If you miss it, you'll get a time penalty.
So all the drivers have to take the Joker lap at least once in the race, and it is their strategy when they go for the Joker lap. Joker lap is normally a little slower than the main faster track. So we're all set for the race number 4 start of the EIRXC round 4. We will ride on board with Manupuri for the start of the race, and here we begin the race number 4, and a great start by Rajesh. Vinam on the inside, Vinam trying to keep away from all the cars sideways, and look, wow, I saw what Vinam was doing, and very clever by Vinam by staying away from all the mayhem, the carnage of the first corner, and just picking up the pieces all the drivers had left and taking the lead. But look, Rajesh is already in second position. The gap is 1.7. It is one thing to take the lead, but it is another to keep a hold of it, unless you are as fast as Rajesh or Manupuri. But let's see what lap times Vinam will be able to put, and already the gap is down to 1.1 seconds. Vinam taking a very wide entry into the hairpin right, and Rajesh taking a shallower approach, but Rajesh is closing in to Vinam. And look, just Arjun is in fourth position, and Rajesh goes Joker, and that will allow him some clear air, or will it put him just right behind Arjun? And Manupuri retiring from the race, and look, Rajesh is right behind Vinam, and look, Vinam makes a mistake and goes on the gravel, and that allows Rajesh to go through. Under pressure put by Rajesh, Vinam makes a mistake and pays heavily for it, and Arjun in fourth position, Jasmeher right behind Vinam. Jasmeher and Vinam will now probably be battling for the last podium position, but Arjun has fallen behind, maybe a mistake by Arjun. And look, Manupuri has retired from this race. So lots of retirements in this round, and look, Jasmeher having a spin. So this track is a lot trickier, and look at Vinam just kissing the barriers but getting away with it, and Arjun in third position, Jasmeher now in fourth. So let's ride on board with Arjun and see his driving lines as he tries to catch up to Vinam. He is around 3 seconds ahead Vinam, and Arjun is 3 seconds behind him. And a mistake and the correction. Wow, good save by Arjun. And bans the barrier because you're all crossed up in the that left-hander, and with these low grip conditions it's very easy to get into the barriers. And let's ride on board with Rajesh and see his racing lines as he leads his way to the victory. Much controlled approach by Rajesh, not much sliding, but that is the faster way, and also taking it a little easier, I think, because he has such a big gap. And Rajesh wins. Vinam comes in second, and Arjun, will he come in third, or will Jasmeer be able to come out in front? No, Arjun comes in third and Jasmeer will come in fourth position. And a disastrous race for Manupuri, with him retiring, and maybe the first corner mayhem caught him out. So Rajesh wins, Vinam in second, and Arjun coming in third, Jasmeer in fourth. And now we will move on to the race number 5 of the round 4 of the EIRXC, brought to you by B&E Motorsport and powered by Lionel Racing, Lipton Car Care Products, BG Products, Sim Solutions, AK Customs, Indian Motoring and Red Bull. And the stewards have given a warning to all the drivers for the race start, especially the first corner. And with the heavy rain coming down on the track, it will be even more difficult for all the drivers to keep control of their cars.
Use the joker lap to your advantage. You only need to take it once. If you miss it, you'll get a time penalty.
So we're all set for the race number 5 of the round 4 of EIRXC, and we will again ride on board with Manupuri for the race start. Manu on the farthest left, and will be on the outside for the first hairpin right. And let's keep an eye on all the drivers for the start of the race, and let's see if we can have a cleaner first lap by all the drivers. And a good start by Arjun, and Arjun, contact between Arjun, Manu, and someone got left behind. Arjun got left behind in 5th position. So Rajesh leading Jasmeer in second, and Jasmeer getting all crossed up, and that allows Vinam to overtake Manu. And Manu now will be trying to get back to Vinam, and Rajesh has again run away in the lead of the race, and Jasmeer spinning, that has allowed Arjun to fight back to 4th position. Vinam trying to move on the inside of Manupuri, and some contact in the straight. I think that was a bit naughty, and look, that has led to a mistake by Manupuri, and that will not do him any good for sure. And Vinam in 2nd position. A decent weekend by Vinam, who's driving with some hindrance in his reflexes, but that is not stopping him, maybe probably calmed him down a little also. And Rajesh in the lead, Venom in second, and Venom now again taking it much cleaner as compared to the other drivers. And let's watch Rajesh taking on the course. And Rajesh takes a very different line in the first corner, goes very wide for a faster exit. And this straight is one of the longest in the World Rallycross calendar, and it's very tricky, especially under wet conditions, to brake for this hairpin right. Now a sequence of left and right hander corners, and it's very easy to go into the barriers on the outside there, and the final right and left hander. And we begin the 5th lap of the race, and Jasmeher getting lapped by Rajesh. Jasmeher not having his best of the races. The battle for the second position between Venom and Manupuri and Arjun. Is very tight between them, and Manu trying a move, but there was no way to go around Arjun in that corner, and that has lost him momentum. And Venom in second position. Arjun will try for a move, and the side by side in the straight, and look, a small nudge by Venom, and Venom defending the inner life like his life depended on it, and Venom defending his position perfectly and legally. And Arjun could have tried a move on the outside, but he couldn't, and that has allowed Venom to come in second. Rajesh wins, and Arjun in third, Manupuri in fourth position, and Jasmeher coming home in fifth. He is a lap down to Rajesh, so he will complete this lap. And on the gravel he went, and that is the limitations of a game, because Jasmeher had got lapped by Rajesh, and 6 seconds for him to make the finish line to be classified as a finisher, and Jasmeher just unable to reach the finish line in time. So Rajesh wins, Venom in second position, Arjun in third, Manupuri in fourth, and Jasmeher getting a DNF in this race number 5 of the round 4 EIRXC at Estering, Germany. The heavy rain conditions were very tricky, but Rajesh got a best lap of 32.9, and all the other drivers were not able to dip into the 32s of the lap times. And that brings us to an end of the round number 4 of the EIRXC Esports Indian Rallycross Championship, brought to you by B&D Motorsport, powered by Lion Isle Racing, Lipton Car Care Products, BG Products, Sim Solutions, Indian Motoring, AK Customs, and Red Bull. So that is all from the action from round 4, and we'll be back again at next weekend for the round number 5. And till then, all of you drive safe and see you soon.